In this video, we'll teach you how to build out a business plan for a freight brokerage and why it's completely different than any other industry. I'm Benjamin Kowalski with Freight 360, where we provide the latest transportation sales tips and training videos to help you reach your goals faster. If you're a fan of the content, please support us by smashing that like button and sharing us with your colleagues. In every business, there's a need to know where you're headed and what the path to that destination looks like. We want to know the costs and the expenses, the money we'll make when we reach that goal. And most importantly, it's the roadmap that tells us whether or not we've been headed in the right direction. You wouldn't set on a road trip without having at least some idea of the direction and roads you need to take to get there, would you? Well, how would you know if you're even heading in the right direction? Or know that you've not gotten lost at that last shady left turn you made a few miles ago? You wouldn't, right? Well, that's exactly why we need a business plan if you want to get where you're going in business. In most businesses, this process is fairly straightforward. You will write out all of the expenses related to your business and then make your best guess at what your sales will be. You deduct the expenses from the sales, and then you have earnings before interest, tax, and depreciation. Then you factor in your tax percentage, calculate any depreciation from your assets, and you have your net operating income, the amount of money your business generates in profit. The next step would be to take the percentage you expect your sales to grow each year and the percentage increases in your expenses. Then you plot them out on a spreadsheet, right? So year one times 1 plus the percentage of growth, for example. So 1.10 would be 10% growth. Then you just drag the columns out for 5 years. You're gonna do the same thing for your variable expenses like employee headcount, technology, seat licenses, and salaries. You're gonna keep your fixed expenses the same, and then you'll have your pro forma or business plan for the next handful of years. What's different about freight brokerage is that we never really know when or where our opportunities will come from. And most of our customers don't know that either. They have their best guesses at how many truckloads they'll need in the future, but just like in every other business, until the sales reps close the deals and the invoices go out, it's just a guess. That's why we recommend the ABCZ approach to planning. What is that, you say? It's simple. Rather than trying to predict every step between 1, 2, 3, and 10, you're gonna map out the steps just a few quarters into the future and for the next 12 months. The further you go out in time, the less likely your predictions will be accurate or even valuable. So instead of spending hours guessing what the future holds for your business, spend more time in the present, right here, right now, where the variables are known and the things you can't control are actually going to have an impact. Your daily and weekly objectives are the most important. These are the activities that will have an impact on your long-term plans. Without prospecting, without training, and without delegating and expense management, all of the planning in the world won't amount to much. So when you're sitting down to map out what the rest of this year looks like, keep in mind that the further you go into the future, the less valuable that information is. And if you really want to hit those aggressive growth percentages, you need to focus much more of your energy on what happened today, this week, and what you intend to prove on over the short term. For more tips and training, be sure to watch our weekly podcast on our channel and check out the description for links to private coaching. Because remember, whether you believe you can or believe you can't, you're right.